This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, June 13th. I'm Taylor Lazenby. Well, there is another way to get a break from the heat this weekend right here in Madison. The city's largest community pool is finally open, and it's allowing more people than it's seen in the past year. Our Grace Hodak shows us how people are starting their summer off with a dip in the pool.
Pack your sunscreen and bathing suits. The Goodman Pool is making a splash, diving into its first big weekend since last summer and first really big weekend since 2019.
People really wanted this pool open. They're really happy it is open, especially with the heat we're experiencing right now. It's a great place to come out, cool off, enjoy a day with your family.
Last year, the pool had a late season and an early closing. Now, the water is fully running and kicking off the start of the summer for students like Haley Lavander.
It feels absolutely amazing. I've missed coming to the pool. It just feels great to be back.
It's yet another sign of a return to normal.
Having fun with my family and just being able to get back to normal with COVID kind of starting to come down again.
Through safety precautions and limited capacity, this space is welcoming community members back into the water, making it a good day to cool off at Goodman Pool.
We want people to feel safe, we want people to feel welcome, and we want people to be able to enjoy the pool. We as a community in Madison, we saw, everybody's in it together. We want to help each other out, and I think that's what makes this city great.
Jumping into the water and a new type of summer together. In Madison, Grace Hodak, News 3 Now.
Well, the pool is welcoming back at half capacity and asking people to bring their own chairs right now. They hope to open with more people later this summer. And it hasn't even been 2 months ago that the AmFam Championship learned that they'd even be able to host this event this summer. And in the weeks since then, Dane County has opened entirely, meaning for fans, this might be their first major event since we've taken that big step back to normal. And the 7,500 people in attendance on Saturday helped as it helped welcome their return. Some things look a little different this year, though, namely the lack of grandstand seating. But most people we saw on Saturday were prepared with their own lawn chairs and made the most of it all. Now, the tournament's director says this weekend marks a major milestone for return back to normal life.
We're proud to be able to have this tournament after being canceled last year, and to be able to know we can bring this back for the community. It has such an economic impact and such a philanthropic impact to be able to know we've got it back, and it's only going to get bigger and better in 2022, but certainly thrilled and proud and honored to be able to pull it off here in 2021.
There's still one more day of action for AmFam, and that will be later on today. And one man is behind bars Saturday after a shooting just blocks away from the Capitol. Police say 2 businesses and a car on West Gilman Street were hit with bullets around 1 o'clock Saturday morning. They believe the shooter was 26-year-old Darnell Richmond. No one was hurt, but Richmond was arrested on multiple charges, including second-degree reckless endangering of safety. If you have any information on this shooting, you are asked to contact Madison Police. 1 person and 2 dogs are out of their home as of Saturday as an early morning cooking fire. Fitchburg Police and fire say it happened on Haiti Way around 12:30 this morning. The 1 person was left from a stove unattended, but the apartment building sprinkler system, they say, was able to help stop the spread of that fire. Police say there was about $10,000 worth in damages. 4 other families in the building were able to stay in their units. And dozens of jobs are moving from Kansas to Neenah McCall Pattern Company. Officials say the Manhattan, Kansas plant will close at the end of the year. All the jobs there for the sewing plant's 85 workers will be transferred. At its height, the plant printed 200 million patterns each year. Now that's down to 20 to 30 million. And you probably heard that Clausen's family name right around Madison, and you've known them for their breads, their coffee cakes, and their niche. But this weekend, the family is getting attention for a whole nother reason. They are now 3 generations officially working at the Middleton Bakery.
That's kind of the nice thing about a family business, is that can change, and we can see exactly what that is. But she's always going to have some role in this place. Same with my grandpa. I mean, there's no kicking them out. And
That was Tony Westhoven. He didn't get the family name, but he did inherit his mother and grandfather's baking skills. Tony graduated from culinary school and is in his first full month working full-time at the bakery. Hear how he hopes to leave his mark and what his 82-year-old grandfather has to say about that. That's coming up tonight at 10. And we are starting a new segment here on News 3 every Sunday morning, focusing on the health of your family. SSM Health Dr. Rupa Shaw will be sharing tips and tricks to keep everyone healthy. In today's segment, News 3 Now this morning, Chris Stanford and Leah Lenshine talk to Dr. Shaw about the best sunscreen for you and your family.
With summer here and all that sun in the forecast this week, you might be thinking about what's best for sunscreen for your family.
Yeah, really good question. Dr. Rupa Shaw from SSM Health is joining us now. She's a family practitioner and a health and wellness coach. She's talking about how to keep our families healthy under the sun. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
So what, I guess, are some of the things we should be considering when we're buying sunscreen?
So you may want to think about what type of sunscreen you want. There's mineral sunscreens, that contain zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, and there's chemical sunscreens. The mineral sunscreens act more like a physical barrier. It can be a little bit harder to kind of rub into your skin, but they offer broad spectrum UVA, UVB protection. Chemical sunscreens work a bit differently. They absorb more into your skin. They're a little bit easier to apply, but they do contain chemicals. So if that's a concern to you, or if you have young children, you should definitely avoid those.
Okay. They may have heard about some popular sunscreens that were just found to have a carcinogen in them. What should we know about this?
Yeah, so they were found to have trace amounts of benzene. So this is different than the ingredients that are in chemical sunscreens. Those are benzones. So benzene is a carcinogen, not safe in any amount. They're looking into these products, and the FDA may even eventually recall some of these. So there are some websites you can go to see if your sunscreen that you have at home is on that list, and you should definitely avoid it.
Yeah, check out those lists for sure.
Yeah.
Spray sunscreens are really popular. I love them. They seem to go on faster, but are they effective? Are they safe?
They're definitely effective. They have been shown to be effective if you use them properly. So again, you have to spray them close to your skin, really rub them in well. The risk with spray sunscreens is they're aerosolized, right? So you can get them in your eyes. If you have asthma or other lung conditions, the inhalant can be a problem for your lungs. So just to be a little cautious with them. But if that's the sunscreen you have, any sunscreen is better than no sunscreen.
I have little kids, and I use that spray sunscreen on the kiddos all the time. And one thing we don't do is like rub it in. So if I spray them down, I should also be rubbing it in too, huh?
Yeah, and make sure you're getting really close to their skin so you can see how much you've applied, and then really rub it in. And make sure to reapply every 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great information. Dr. Shaw, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Next week, we're going to be talking about weight loss, so join us then. For now, back to you.
We are taking a look outside now as Austin is tracking your Sunday afternoon forecast. That's just ahead.
For the record.